virtual comedy show. I'm going to get out of here.
Get out!
I'm leaving.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve and I are in the same room for the first time in a long time, and we're already screwing it up. I think that's fantastic.
Put that there. I need that. You need that screen space. Put that
I
there.
I can't read it. Okay.
When you're ready to read it, then we'll do that.
I'm ready to read it now.
Okay, read it.
Oh my God, we're in hell. How about if I put it over here?
This is why Brad has his own house.
That's why I live in my own house. Hey,
Brad,
Steve,
you're in
right there behind
Nashville,
me.
not hell.
I need a stand.
Too late.
Oh my God.
Okay. Oh, look, Alice is here. Everything's gonna be fine.
Oh God, now that Alice is here, we can start. Welcome, and we're streaming on the wrong place too.
Neat.
Hey, by the way, there's a term out there, virtual signaling. Have you ever heard that?
Yes.
Which means when you talk online about how great you are and all the help you're giving to society and puppy and causes, etc., it's not to be confused with endless signaling, which is how my dad's car will never stop telling us he's turning right.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian Emmett Furrow, plus funny songs from Aubryn, and a patty melt from Patti Vasquez, and much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
This is crazy, everybody, crazy. Did you let what's his name in?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show Nutball Edition, let me tell you. And I apologize to my dad for that joke because he has never signaled ever. He doesn't use turn signals at all. And he's a tremendous driver. I just needed a scapegoat line for that joke and didn't have anyone better. So thank you, Dad, for being a good sport. We have a super duper show after all the stuff Steve is doing next to me, which is driving me nuts here. Steve Goodie, our star. Lean in, say hi. Steve
Hi,
Goodie.
everybody.
There he is. And of course, our superstar, Patti Vasquez.
Yay!
I'm just glad I'm not sitting in a steel chair in a corner where I spent 8 hours today in an airport. Oh my God. You have zero status when the fancy elite lounge won't even let you pay to get in. They wouldn't even let me pay. They said, we're sorry, this is a first class lounge, sir. And in your case, no class isn't good enough. So, but we have a great lineup for you tonight. We have a huge comedy get, the famous Emmett Furrow, everybody.
Yay!
Emmett, I don't think I've worked with you in 30 years, man. That's fantastic. And of course, the talented singer and songwriter Aubryn is here, everybody. Aubryn of the Purpleness. I'm just back from the ship, and I hope things are okay at home. But when I left, the wife and I were watching a foreign film where you read the whole thing, and it's really hard to follow along, especially when she got so mad at me during the film. It seems I was talking a lot during the movie, and my wife kept saying,
Wow.
what is you might need to go to my computer and fix things if things get screwed up. So
Carry on. It's gonna be fine.
Steve hates this.
It's great.
Do we have an interloper?
It's the best we could ever do. Tap Bob. Give Bob a pat on the head.
Bob, there you go, Bob.
That's all we need.
Okay, this is gonna work
Carla
out.
says you have Conan hair tonight.
I do have Conan hair tonight. I also think that we've got an interloper in the room.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway, it seems I was talking a lot during the movie, and my wife got mad at me, and she kept saying, "I can't hear it. Turn it up." To which I said,
Okay, what the hell is that?
"Who is
What's
that?"
going on?
I don't know. Somebody is.
Let's mute that one.
Somebody's making some noise.
That one. Okay, carry on.
I don't know the bird noises. That's
You're doing fantastic.
classic. Let's start over.
Your wife said you talked during the movie.
There's a new term out there: virtual signaling. Yeah, somebody's still doing it. We're gonna have to mute everybody. All right, I'm gonna start over.
Okay, who is doing that?
That is crazy.
I didn't mean to do that.
We have everybody left. Sulu?
I don't think so.
All right.
Whatever. It's a perfect show so far.
Y'all just be quiet, damn it. Okay.
The one was nice.
My wife and I were watching a foreign film, everybody, and you're going to listen to this or else, where you read the whole thing, and it's really hard to follow. and she got mad at me. It seems I was talking a lot during the movie. My wife kept telling me to turn up the volume, that she couldn't hear it, to which I said, exactly how loud do you need the French to be so you can understand the movie you're reading? When she proved me wrong, she yelled a bunch of French at me that I was totally unaware she knew. So that was good. So, well, you don't have any pardon my French, because now we've got jokes that no one came for, but we have pictures. Here we go. Look at that. First time ever. The Grammys were held, and as par for the course, Taylor Swift won them all, and someone complained that Beyonce didn't win enough. Plus, an up-and-coming young artist, Joni Mitchell, got to sing for the first time on the show at 80. Wow. She sang a beautiful jazzy rendition of Both Sides now. Mitchell has been singing the song for almost 60 years and has asked to update the song for today's political climate, but they refuse to let her sing Both Sides No. Okay, I should stay home when I do these. Also at the Grammys, they do what every award show does, and they have an in memoriam segment, which with the number of aging musical acts has become longer than the entire rest of the show. There's more names read during the in memoriam than when I graduated with my master's from WKU.
Hey. How about that?
That's me graduating.
All right.
Okay. This is going to be the saddest show we've ever had. We've muted everybody. I think that's the problem. Okay. Hey, now some good advice for parents. Good advice for parents of young kids. A mom was at the mall with her 3-year-old who wandered away from her. She panicked at first, but then remembered a trick. Instead of yelling the little girl's name, she began yelling, "Little girl, pink Minnie Mouse shirt, little girl, pink Minnie Mouse shirt." And sure enough, the crowd parted, and lo and behold, she heard someone say, "She's not in the white van."
God.
Oh, man.
Okay, going well. Let's see what this guy thinks. Also at the Grammys, rapper Killer Mike was arrested, and LAPD said it stemmed from a physical altercation that happened before the show. I guess tempers flared when fans outside found out that Mike had placed a bet on the 49ers to win the Super Bowl. Okay, punches flew. Next up, look. Sorry. Nikki Haley, seen here after someone said, "Who wants women to have less rights?" Made a surprise appearance on Saturday Night Live in the cold open, joking about her reluctance to cite slavery as the main cause for the Civil War. Haley, of course, is trying to show she's a good sport and a good alternative to Trump, who thinks the main cause of the Civil War was Nancy Pelosi closing the airports. Hey, look, that's the next one. Trump has fired Alina Habba, that's her name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who has led his legal team through loss after loss. Trump praised Habba, but also said she may not have the experience to handle high-profile cases. The one who was most upset by the firing is Trump's wife, Melania, who said, "This one, he doesn't get pregnant, I'm stuck forever." And the bird noises are back.
Yeah.
I think it's...
Move your page again. I'll see if I can find.
It's
Well, pause for a second while I get rid of people.
I think it's
that one?
I don't know. Who cares? Let him go. Let him do it.
Okay. It's Bob.
It's
Bob.
Bob. 4 men were arrested after authorities found 370 gallons of liquid heroin in a barrel in the back of a truck they were driving in Oregon. First of all, I claim the band name Liquid Heroin. That is my band name, everybody. The men were all arrested without incident, and all the friends of the son of a billionaire left his party early because it sucked. They never got their heroin.
They never got their heroin. All right, moving on.
Oh my God, this is... I'm not going to show up next time. Steve, we're never doing it at your house again.
All right. Yeah, I blame the house.
I blame the house. Joe Biden, seen here, remembering how it felt to see Mary Pickford on screen. Anybody know Mary Pickford? No? Somebody's slurping a drink now. Hey, he got 96% of the vote for the President of the United States in the South Carolina primary. Experts are now trying to figure out why this is news, because he's basically the only one. Okay. Nice. I'm not giving up. Okay, do you like mixing cruise and history?
Yes.
You like mixing cruising and history?
I do.
You're in luck. American Cruise Lines will start offering American Revolution itineraries from Washington, D.C., sailing into all your favorite Revolutionary War historical spots. The cruise is $6,000 per person and has many trips planned in 2024. And not to be outdone, MAGA Tours has the January 6th itineraries, which take you from the spot where Trump first called to hang Mike Pence to the Capitol and right to jail. Yep, red hat included. Okay, next up.
The pigeon. That's exactly what's happening.
Somebody's making pigeon noises. A pigeon suspected of spying for China has been released by Indian officials after being held for 8 months. A pigeon. It was supposed to be released after 3 months, but the bird's sentence was extended after it shanked a cockatoo for snitching. Polly didn't take no cracker.
You're almost there.
I know.
You're doing great.
We're going to do this one and move on. Last one. My God. Then I'm just going to drive home. Facebook turned 20 years old on February 4th, everybody. Wow. 20 years old.
Wow.
Yes. And on February 5th, 20 years ago, the first idiot copy and pasted that this was the day you had to tell Facebook they can't use your pictures.
Hey! Yeah!
No.
That was Brad Tassell, everybody.
I'm calling it. Show's over.
Okay, get out.
Good night.
Calling it.
Clap for Brad Tassell while he reluctantly gets out of my chair.
I think you need to unmute everybody.
I might.
Yeah, we got 90% muting.
I'll unmute everybody and mute you. That's what I'll do.
I'm already muted.
All right. You're the loudest muted person I've ever heard. That was Brad Tassell, everybody.
Yeah.
And his accompanying pigeon. Really don't understand that.
I don't either.
I don't know what's going on. Somebody's making noise. Anyway, okay, let's move on to the next thing, which, of course, as you know, is this. Hey, as you probably know, 3 weeks ago, I drove home from my niece's wedding in Athens, Georgia, made most of the drive to Nashville that Sunday night, and it was fine. And then when I hit Tennessee, snow, 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 snow. That was great. Managed to get home safely. Everything was fine. And then my computer crapped out right after the virtual comedy show. The computer that I'm using right now to broadcast this. Just gone. And then the computer that I use... Okay, I'm going to mute this person. I'm taking a guess. And then the computer that I used to make videos, like the opening and closing videos for this show, that crapped out. So I had two computers crap out and a big snowstorm, and then my show on the 18th of January was canceled. So I had a really good week. I got this computer working pretty quickly, but the other computer, the one that makes the videos, its video card had gone bad. So I ordered a replacement off of eBay, thinking, what could go wrong here? Got the card, followed an instructional video on YouTube, installed it, it took hours, and then turned it on, and nothing happened. So I took it to a shop here in Nashville, a very reputable shop that everybody recommended, the same one that got this computer working. And I told them what was going on, and they kept it for a week. And I never heard from them until I bothered them. And it turns out they had the wrong cell phone number for me. They thought they'd been calling me all week long to say, we can't fix your computer. So, and I'm getting to a point here. I promise there's a point here. I watched another video about how you can sometimes bring a video card. That was the problem with this computer. The video card had failed. Sometimes you can bring it back to life by putting it in an oven for exactly 385 degrees for exactly 8 minutes, and that loosens the solder joints, which may have been corrupted over the years, lets them settle in and then re-harden. So I bought myself a $16 toaster oven at the old thrift store and an oven thermometer, and I baked part of my computer, and I put it all back together, and it works!
Wow.
I don't believe it.
Bob is almost as impressed as you guys are. So that is what brings us, at long last, to tonight's top 10 category. Top 10 tips when baking computer parts. Because, you know, it's not as simple as I made it sound. That was a very condensed version. So you might need some tips if you're going to try this yourself. So these are the top 10 tips when baking computer parts. Number 10. Silicon chips good. Chocolate chips not as good. Number 9. Tenderizer is not your friend. Number 8. This is not a good moment for an American Pie reenactment. Number 7. Even if it is apple.
Ooh.
Apple. Hey, Carla, where's your snare drum? I should have asked for that before. It doesn't matter. Number 6. The Pillsbury Doughboy is not a licensed technician, and hiring him will void your warranty and make you gain 20 pounds. The top 10 tips when baking computer parts. Number 5. If your oven isn't working, the deep fryer is a poor substitute.
Yep.
Number 4. If you start baking at 4 o'clock, 20 minutes later, Willie Nelson may show up. Number 3. And your computer may order Grubhub a lot.
Unrelated.
Number 2. If your computer disappears, see if there's a Fish concert nearby. And the number 1 tip when baking computer parts, dude, I forgot. Okay, that was a whole bunch of fun. Now, where's our friend Patty?
Having 90% of the people muted is really a strong.
It does help. I like it. Hey, look.
Yes.
Not only are the people muted, I think we're going to keep Patty muted. No, we won't. We won't. Hi, Patty. Hi, Patty. You got to unmute yourself. Hi. Yeah. Nice flag.
Thank you.
He's creeping me out. Man, I didn't think Brad could be creepier, but
This is what
managing.
That's
COVID. Go back to your phone. Hi, Aubryn. You ready?
I think so.
Somebody's still going. Blah, 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 blah. I wish I understood what that was.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, let's do the thing, and then Patty will do the thing. All right, that's a perfect plan. It's time for a Patty Melt with Patti Vasquez. Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says, and politicians getting caught grabbing asses says, she's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez Patty Melt live from Chicago.
I'm a bit of a dork for Chicago. I
There you are.
don't know. I don't think that Brad got this on the opening, and I was like, maybe Brad will talk about this. So much happens in the course of a week. How can you cover it all? But I don't know if everyone knows that last week, Elmo posted, "How are you doing today?" And it was like a barrage of like mental health wellness, and people are like, "I'm not doing great." And then all of Sesame Street basically showed up, helping out. Like, we're here too. And they did like the whole day, like for 3 or 4 days actually. They were rolling out all this mental health awareness, and it was really sweet. And then I don't know if you know this guy, Larry David. Apparently, thought it would be really funny. He was on one of the morning shows where I don't really watch them because it's just I get so anxious about like the neediness of like it's early, be happy, and I'm usually not. But I don't care how angry you are about doing early morning television. He was on the set. Larry David was on set with Elmo during a segment with Elmo, just teasing his segment. He goes over and punches Elmo. Look, I get it. I get that, like, that voice is annoying and you think it's stupid, whatever, but like it's still morning. There might be kids watching, and he just did a whole thing about mental health wellness. You guys, what in the freaking crap? And anyway, I wanted to talk about that because I myself need some mental health wellness. And as you maybe know, last week I mentioned finding a photo of myself, and I shouldn't have brought it up because I don't want anyone to like be asked if they have any photos of themselves, because then it's awkward and it's weird. I make it weird, which is my specialty. But I'm still in my basement clearing out books. And by the way, here's my. Can I just say? So I do have a photo where I'm wearing clothes. So I don't know if everyone can see this, but I used to hate my thighs, and look at those legs. Anyway. So I did find more photos of myself, but I also found a book, and I was like, you know, I remember when I got this book. I was at a Laugh Fest and I was hanging out with the one and only Martin Short and Kevin Nealon, and it was a great night. Only I remember this jerk who was like just in our faces yelling about politics, and he was like, "I got a book for you," and he brings over this book. Now this is 2012, and I open it up. I'm like, and there's a whole like autograph and everything from him. Anyway, here's a copy of my book. So I thought, what's going on with R.J. Regan? What's that guy up to? 2012, he became a legislator in Michigan. Do you guys remember last year when this guy was saying about abortion, that he teaches his daughters that if they're being raped, it's going to happen anyway? Just lay back and enjoy it. Do you remember that guy?
Yeah.
I have his autograph. What the hell? Can I go back Yes. Can I go back to finding naughty pictures of myself? This is not okay. This is a guy from Iowa. There was a medical professional who said that that women who are being sexually assaulted can't get pregnant. They can't get pregnant because their bodies know how to shut that down. Between this Einstein and that guy, and you replicate that all over the country because they're everywhere. All I'm saying is please make sure you register to vote and make everybody go out there. Because I am past the age. It's not about me. I can't. There's nothing. I'm done. All of my eggs have either evaporated or I've absorbed them. I kind of feel powerful. I think that women are actually powerful because we absorb all the unfertilized eggs. So watch out. I'm coming to help. Thanks, everybody.
Patti Vasquez! You showed the wrong picture.
Huh?
No. I'm not naked.
I know, that's
I know, you showed the wrong one. Where's the other one?
My little cool leg.
Go back to your corner.
Well, nobody can do that.
Back to your corner.
That was,
Bob!
now Brad's going to try and strangle Bob as a solidarity with Larry David.
I'm going to get him.
What's that? Anyway, it was gross.
I have no idea. That was great. Thank you very much, Patti.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to remove Patti. Hey, where's Aubryn? She's around here somewhere. You can always find her on the list because she's got the most colorful backdrop. There's Aubryn. Hi, Aubryn.
Hello.
Yay. You know the drill. We're going to do a little intro for you. Then you're going to play a song. I have no idea what you're going to play. And then I've got to answer it somehow. And then after that, you'll do a second song. All right. Here we go with the intro. I'm doing it wrong. 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 Hold on. I want to do this correctly. Where? Okay, there. I don't know. For some reason, I think it's important to do something right tonight.
Musical guest, our musical guest, gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest, our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest.
It's Aubryn. Oops, I'm still there and I'm leaving and I'm sorry.
I think I'm going to play a couple new ones. I've been writing a bunch of songs for February Album Writing Month, aka FAWM, F-A-W-M. There's a whole website, fawm.org, of songwriters writing songs, 14 in the month of February. So this one was actually not part of that. I think I wrote this in January, but it's about Mothman. So, Point Pleasant. Here we go. 1966. A slender figure on the road. Tall and muscular at almost 7 feet. With wings as wide as freshly fallen snow. Shining bright red, where all they could see of his face. Mothman, who are you? An alien, a harbinger of doom. Wherever did you come from? Go not so long ago. December 1967. Tragedy strikes this town. 46 poor souls lost their lives. A silver bridge is falling down. And they blamed you, said you would rue the day, but you disappeared without a trace.
did you come from? And where did you go? Not so long ago.
Yeah. Wow. Haunting as always. Man.
I don't know what I do.
That was really nice. I was hunting through my internal Rolodex of every song I've ever written for the word moth. Nothing came. I'm hunting and hunting, and so I just
What about
watching
Alien?
you play and being mesmerized by you. And then I noticed on your guitar strap it says Taylor. Well, I have this brand new song that I want to share, and that's the only connection I've got. And here we go. Oops. Hold on. Anytime now. Here we go. It's coming.
February 11th, 2024 in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Super Bowl 58. America, are you ready for some football? Wait, what's this? A pop star? She's ruining everything.
Your grandpas say, stand by your man till you see Tay-Tay up in the stands.
She loves Travis, and that crossed the line.
Now you're all triggered and you lost your mind. But some things you can't have your way. Could you just let her watch her boyfriend play? You can't stand Swifties, not in football. You don't like Kelsey with Tay-Tay. Say it's a scandal, a travesty, like it's a Biden conspiracy. She's too progressive, I hear you whine. But the players who beat their girls, well, they're just fine. Would you please remove that giant stick from your rectum? Baby, we should bring in Kaepernick. Let her watch Kelsey when he plays sports ball. Let her watch Kelsey. Boy, you must explain all this acrimony.
That means you're mad for no reason.
Millionaire boy meets billionaire girl. Makes you so angry.
Aren't you envious that for you it's not anything? Shake it off.
You should go get a life. That's what I say. It's the best thing that ever happened to Kansas City. Let her live her life and let him live his. And imagine the song she's gonna get from this. You sad alpha males like control. Well, we'll see you at the Super Bowl. You can't stand Swifties, not in football. You don't like Kelsey with Tay-Tay. Let's watch her watch Kelsey when he plays sports ball. Let her watch Kelsey, your babies, rooting for KC and pissing off you all. Let her watch Kelsey.
Yes.
Well, credits. Sulu.
Love that lipstick color on you.
Thank you. It felt right.
Mustache with it.
It felt really right. All right. Hey, if you guys would like to request that on the Dr. Demento show, we're hoping it will premiere this weekend and then subsequent weekends because, Super Bowl. All right. Another song from Aubryn, if you please.
I wrote this one today. I rolled dice and referred to a spreadsheet to figure out what it was going to be about, and it landed on airport at 2 a.m. So it's called Stuck at the Airport at 2 a.m. Everybody can hear the background music? Cool.
It's very nice.
His daughter's wedding's in the morning. He hopes to make it there on time. A woman starts complaining loudly. Can't even get a glass of wine. The partner this woman partner screaming loudly into her phone across the room. She tries to tell him that she can't control the weather. I hope for her sake that she leaves him soon. And despite it all, I find peace and quiet, looking out across the snow on the tarmac. When you're stuck in an airport at 2 a.m., you lie there, make some enemies or make some new friends, or just stuck in an airport far from home. They didn't know each other yet, but they decided to rent a car and make some friends instead of sitting there alone. And I don't know if I'd initiate that conversation, so I'll just sit here and wait. When you're stuck at an airport at 2 a.m., you'll either make some enemies or make some new friends, or just sit alone and make up stories in your head, stuck in an airport at 2 a.m.
Oh, one of the things I had to have in it was a subtle mashup. So, Puff. Hold on. Hold on. If Puff the magic dragon would just fly by me, I'd climb upon his back and we'd be free. But I'm stuck in an airport at 2 a.m., not making enemies or even new friends. I'm just sitting alone, making up stories in my head, stuck in an airport at 2 a.m. At 2 a.m.
Aubryn! Bob approved. That was very, very dreamy.
Thank you.
It was very evocative is the word that I was going to use. Sulu, what did you say? Sulu said a lot of good ideas. What very positive ideas. Thank you, Aubryn, so I won't be so angry. That's nice. Aubryn, where can we find you performing either on stage or on the internet in the upcoming weeks?
Actually, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a set at the Lipstick Lounge for the Rainbow Collective series.
Cool,
So-
in East Nashville. Yes.
Yes.
I may try to make that. I might just make that one. People always tell us where they're playing, and I'm like, I can't possibly make that. I think I can make that one.
Nice. Yeah.
All right.
Show starts at 7.
All right, and you're at auburnmusic.com, is that correct?
AuburnMusic.com. Auburn
All
Music
right.
on all social media, including Twitch, where I broadcast frequently. In fact, that song was written on stream today on Twitch.
Excellent. Wow. Okay. Brad's doing odd things over here, and I'm trying to ignore him. Thank you, Aubryn. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, it's that time where we find a headliner. Somebody around here is a headliner, and there he is. His name is Emmett, and you need to unmute yourself. Gotta get you.
Hi, Emmett.
Well, howdy, Brad. How are you doing?
Fantastic.
Cool. I'm working on a science project while we're here.
Neat.
Well, I'll get to it later.
We got to do the intro for you, so that's what we'll do. We'll run a little intro, and then you do 10 minutes of awesomeness, and then we'll chat a little bit after. You ready?
You ready?
Are you ready?
Here it comes.
You look ready. Here we go.
It's time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
The enigma that is Emmett Furrow.
Enigma is covered with tattoos. That's a different guy. I can't use his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So, hi, I'm Emmett, as far as you know, and this is my real head. This is important for later. I retired from comedy. I don't even do comedy anymore. I don't know why I'm here. Why am I here at all? I'm here because I want to explain how Netflix destroyed my comedy career. Netflix did it.
Nope. What happened?
Emmett, we can't hear you.
You got muted.
I didn't mute him. In fact, I think it's been Emmett's computer that's been pigeoning all this time.
Is that better? Am I going?
Now you're back.
Yeah. I
Okay.
hope it's good.
I'll take that thing. I don't know what it was doing.
That could be. Hey, you're back.
Thank you. So, I'm part of a minority, a very small minority. I try to represent, and it's obviously not bald-headed middle white guys. I'm a mutant. I'm an official mutant. I have a microdeletion of a chromosome in the RUNX2 gene. It has given me skeletal disorder. It's got a name, and that name is cranial dysplasia. And it means
That might be.
Whoa!
Whoa.
That's his computer.
sorry. I am so sorry. I should have warned you more than that. But you see, the thing is, Netflix ruined the surprise. Netflix. So for years, I did this comedy thing where I was running around doing my little funny jokes. Here's one of my funny I can do, which means I can spend an entire day riding up and down on an elevator. And every time somebody on, I go, stand back. There's a serious problem with the door. Don't be like a rat trap, man. But the reason I do this is I don't have collarbones. They're missing. They're just gone. I was born with that condition. SFTs is part of the condition, but I got those fixed. But I have, when they do this My Life on Masterpiece Theater, they're going to call it I Clavicus.
Yeah.
I did that joke in Kentucky, and I heard, crickets. I'd explain it to him. I was like, come on, I Claudius. It was on PBS. Masterpiece Theater, PBS. Woman goes, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. We don't get PBS. Man, okay. Oh yeah, we get it. And satellite and the don't really get it. Anyway, moving on. So I did a little comedy show for years, and I want to take a little break and get warmed up a little. Just a little bit. I know I need to. That's not it. No, I won't do that. So I have all these things that I was doing, and I have this cleidocranial thing, and I think I'm going to make myself famous. I'm going to be a one-of-a-kind comedian. This is the one in a million thing. There's, for me doing it, there's 999,999 people who can't do it, and none of them want it. But still, it's very, very rare. So I thought, I'm going to be one. I'm going to be the famous guy. I'm going to be the CCD famous guy. Y'all see that show, Stranger Things? With that kid doing the very first episode, does this, and then says, I have cleidocranial dysplasia. That was the entire surprise of my show. I'm the only one that can do that. Not this 14-year-old cool little kid with the cool hair and he can sing and he's charming. Whatever. So that didn't help. The other thing that didn't help was, well, in the course of doing all these jokes, a lot of them was just about, look how good I look pretty good doing this, don't I? Well, yeah, that's kind of not real good mental health kind of comedy. If you see Nanette on Netflix, Hannah Gadsby. If you've seen it, it's not exactly stand-up. It goes beyond stand-up. And she came to a conclusion at the end of the show. I mean, it's stand-up, but there's tears. She's crying. She's going through some stuff. And one of the main things she realized was she was no longer, she as a lesbian who presents kind of a butch appearance, makes a lot of jokes about being butch. She decided she was no longer going to deprecate herself for the amusement of others. That's good. Good for her. And it shook my bones. Well, the ones that I got. And I thought, am I doing that? I don't know. So let me back up for a minute. For a little while, I was barely the most famous person in the world with CCD. I had my little comedy show, traveling around, did a couple little TV shows. I was the man. And the Gaten thing. So I'm no longer the most famous with CCD. But I was. And about 20 years ago, I got an email from a father who was very concerned about his kid who had just been born, who had this strange rare condition. They found me online because of newspaper articles, whatever. And he tracked me down. We started emailing back and forth. And I was able to tell him things about CCD and tell him, don't worry about it. Your kid's going to need a lot of dental work. He's going to need a lot of encouragement. He's going to need support, but it's going to be okay. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's collarbones. So I go on with my life and I'm getting these little emails. I'm getting messages. The kid's doing great. kids singing at baseball games, and he and his sister are singing national anthem before real games, and then he ends up on Broadway in some show, and Broadway in another show, and then they called me one day and said, we're actually in Atlanta where I was living, and said, can you come have lunch with us? We'll finally get to meet face to face. And I was like, no, I'm living in North Carolina doing a job right now. What are you doing in Atlanta? Well, he's been cast in a cool TV show. And I was like, good luck with it. Hope it works for you. And that was Gayton. That was Gayton's father who contacted me years ago. And that was me going, go for it, dude. But so I want to mention, we got together. We got together. All these CCD people got together. Gayton is a phenomenal kid. He decided he wanted to raise money to help other kids who didn't have the dental insurance and stuff that they will need for this condition. So he just started a foundation. Well, I knew some people that wanted to start a foundation too. So we all got together and we started a foundation. We're helping kids, helping adults, we're helping surgeries, we're helping get references from people all over the country, all over the world even. London, I'm going to Amsterdam a couple of weeks. It's the coolest thing on the planet. And I wouldn't be doing any of that if not for, Gayton and the foundation. But here's the big thing that really made me step away from comedy. I was doing my regular comedy act for them at our first convention. 130 people with this one unknown condition. Insane. And I'm doing my shows. We're doing the shows. And one of the show's jokes was me going in late at night, following a guy around going, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. Officers come out to the truck right now. Tired of waiting. I gotta be honest, folks. Gotta be honest. On that night, we had 130 people in that room, some of whom don't have a mild case of CCD like I have. I'm tall. I'm like Andre the Giant of CCD people. They're usually much shorter, really messed up teeth. All of us have that, and some people get it fixed, some people can't. I looked out at that audience as I was about to do that joke, and I realized I can look like this if I want to or not. I had just made a whole lot of new friends that didn't have that. Some of the people didn't have the structure to hold shoulders up. And there were actually going to be people in that audience who would be that daddy. And I walked off. That's it. I'm done. I will never make jokes about a condition that I have control over that my new 200 friends from around the world don't. So with that other way, how I sort of walked away from comedy, but found a whole other venue that I like a lot. Not fun. I can still be funny, but most of what I'm trying to do now is be dangerous. I do martial arts that involve the shoulders in ways that I don't think anybody else has seen before. Not that I'm positive, but I will sneak out one last joke that I used to do. Now, like I said, I was born this way, and I went to a doctor and said, one day I'm thinking of starting a comedy career. Let's take some shit out. Born this way. And my mother claims I was a pretty easy birth. Well, after the big ass head got through. Also part of CCD. So anyway, here we go. The miracle of birth.
Oh.
That was just a little bit of spinal poppage. I'm okay.
Is that supposed to be dirty?
Oh my.
That's about enough out of me.
Wow. Wait, where'd he go?
It's the same thing that always happens. We think we know what we're doing. That was great, Emmett. Hold on, we're not gone yet.
What did you do again?
I don't know. Let's do this, and then we got that, and Brad will come. That was great, Emmett Furrow.
I should have done this the whole time.
Emmett Furrow and Emmett Furrow Jr. That was fantastic.
That was wild.
Bless you, bless you, bless you.
And I think we figured out it's your computer making a lot of weird noises.
I'm afraid it is you.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
You have a parrot in your computer.
Once you get used to it, it feels sort of like a ventriloquism thing, which I was enjoying.
Very weird. It's a brand new MacBook. I don't know.
Hey, we'll figure it out for next time. Or we'll make like Chantel Adams and never figure it out. So Where can we see you performing again in the near future?
Oh, nowhere, not at all.
Okay, great. Well, we're glad you had you tonight. Crying out loud.
All right, here's the thing. If you think I did something that was kind of fun and cool and you'd like to see in a Marvel movie or a Star Wars movie, bug those people and tell them to hire me.
That's what I'll do. That's exact. Bob is on that. He's definitely going to do that. And Bob,
that power.
And by the way, Bob and I are going to try work up a version of your act that goes like this. Something I haven't yet. Something like that. All right.
Star Wars, monsters, mutants. If they're going to make X-Men movies with mutants, representation. Put them in the mutant.
And we got him here first, everybody.
Okay, ladies and
All right, that was fantastic. Thank you, Emmett Furrow. Hey, and now let's see. I'll remove Emmett, and look, it's just the two of us. And now it's time for this thing that we do next at this time.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
Because, as we know, it's Valentine's next week. And I felt I should do something appropriate for Valentine's. And the one thing that I pride myself on being able to do is do the appropriate thing inappropriately. So, this is a song I wrote a long time ago. Also, because Emmett was doing stuff that we saw, I don't know, 30 years ago. I thought I'd do a song that I wrote at least 25 years ago. And it's a Valentine song. I gave this to a young lady who was my Valentine years ago, and then I never saw her again. So enjoy. You're more woman than I deserve. I'm so grateful that you came along, 'cause now I live to serve. Since you taught me that I'm always wrong, I love everything you do. I love the mustache that you grew. My genitalia belong to you. See 'em roasting on the barbecue. Do you think I'm whipped? 'Cause I buy your tampons all year round. Now I'm differently equipped, and you got me peeing sitting down. Hey, I think I'll bleach my lip. I read Woman's Day, and I'm proud to say that I'm whipped. Okay, and Sulu's leaving, so I think that's enough.
Wait, I'm going to add myself.
Hey, look, Brad's going to add himself for commentary.
I think you can hear me. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, good. We just do it this way. So
fine, be way back there. All right, that was that, and now it's time for Brad to beg for money. Anytime now.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover or a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
You know, I think it can be said we've never needed money more than this week. My God. We've had to mute everybody. We have no idea what's going on.
And I'm walking around back.
We've had pigeons in the show, for God's sakes. Steve and I are in the same room tripping over each other. Bob's drunk, and Elmo got throttled. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com.
Solve all these problems.
And solve all these problems by giving us every dollar you have. Because next week, God knows where we'll be. What? What are you doing?
No,
okay, he's not doing anything. He's doing the next thing. So let's get on there, give us some money, and we'll be happier in our lives. Go ahead, play the thing.
It's time for the worst joke of the week.
Grab my
Worst
papers behind me.
Worst joke.
I need a picture too.
Ooh, that was the worst joke ever.
I don't even know where it is.
Find it.
I can't find
it. It's not just the worst joke, it's the latest joke.
It's the latest joke.
This is a hint.
There you go. That's a good picture. Donald Trump has been touting the cognitive test he recently took that proved he in fact does not have dementia. He said he immediately found all the differences in the pictures he was shown and agreed that Gallus...
Let me finish.
I want to start over. Oh my God! Take two. Donald Trump has been touting the cognitive tests he took recently that proved he in fact does not have dementia. He explained that in the test that he found all the differences in the pictures that he was shown, and he also agreed that Goofus and Gallant 4 out of time.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, that was the virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know, like Brad's entire house is made of Play-Doh. Yep, that's what you get when you watch this show. Fascinating, isn't it? We have a lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dumpster to watch stuff decompose. Keep coming back to the virtual comedy show. We hope you enjoy the virtual comedy show. You don't have to dress up, no, 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 no. You can be like Brad and go commando. Every Monday it's the virtual comedy show. See you Monday at the virtual comedy show. It's at www.virtualcomedyshow.com.